Hi everyone, this is Sunny Kumar from Mathematics and Computing Part 2 from IIT BHU, and I am back again with February Easy 2021 questions, and the problem name is a XOR operation. So basically this is the question of simple programming and some logics of bit manipulations. Okay, basically in this question let's move on to the problem statement. We have been given a set S of distinct positive integers of size n, that is there will be n integers and all of them are different from each other. Okay, also we have to find the minimum positive integer k that is greater than 0. Also that n by 2 is always going to be odd and n is always going to be even, and it is mentioned in the problem statement. Note that we have to find the minimum positive integer k such that if we take XOR of all the elements with k, so suppose we have a new array formed. If we take all the elements, a XOR of all the elements with k, and our new array contains elements that are exactly equal to the elements of the our original array. So if this is going to be existed, that is if such an array exists, if such a value of k exists such that our new array would be exactly equal to our original array, that is number of elements, and the elements are going to match, then we have to print the minimum element k, that is going to satisfy this criteria. Otherwise, if there is no such a element k going to exist, we have to print -1 here. Okay, as you can see. Now moving further, how we are going to approach this question. Oh, okay, let's move further. So basically in this question, the approach would be going to be our sortings and bit manipulation. So before moving further, I want you to understand this problem, how we are going to do this by some examples. Though this is the example I have taken from the problem statement. Now, one key observation that we have to note that suppose at any position starting from the right, that is from the rightmost position, that is suppose first we are at first position starting from the right. If we count number of set bits equal to 1 from the right, that is let's say first position from the right, for all the elements, that is number of set bits equal to 1 for all the elements starting from the right, that is now here you can see I am going to calculate for the first position, that is for 5 there is 1, and for 6 there is 0, and for 9 there is 1, for 10 0, 13 1, and 14 0. So basically this is the binary representation of 5 and 6 and 9 also. So I am going to calculate the number of set bits equal to 1 in the binary representation of a number for all the numbers starting from the right for the ith position. Note that for the first position for all the elements, if we count the number of set bits, it will come out to be odd. So in the case of odd, what I am going to do this, I am going to place my answer, place the place the bit equal to 1 in my answer, that is this is going to denote the value of k. This is our answer. Okay, and if the number of set bits equal to 1 for any position starting from the right is coming out to be even, I am going to put 0 at that position in my answer. So in here for the second position you can see number of set bits is again odd, so I am going to put 1 here, as you can see. And again if at third position starting from right, I am going to count the number of set bits equal to 1 for all the elements at this position, this will come out to be even, that is 4, I am going to put 0 here. And again for fourth position it will come out to be 4, I am going to put 0 here. So our answer would be, by converting this binary representation into the decimal, that will come out to be 3, that is will be our minimum k. And if this is going to exist, I am going to say yes, this will be our answer. So why this is working and why we are using this approach? So before moving further, I am going to denote my observation, that is the main key observation that you must also observe in this question. So if the number of set bits is 1 at any position is odd, answer contains 1 at that position, else answer contains 0 at that position. So why this approach is working? The main doubt that viewers can get is why this approach is working, why you are placing 1 here, why we are placing 0 here. So let us denote count equals set bits equal to 1 at that position. So if count is going to be odd, I'm going to place 1 here. Why I'm going to place 1 here? So if count is going to be odd, it denotes that if we take all the XOR of all the elements of that array, then then the bit at that position would come out to be 1. As you can see, suppose I have taken this, let me write here. Okay, wait. Suppose I am considering the first position for all the elements, our bits would be like 1 0 1 0 1 0. So if we take XOR of all the bits here, then you will find that since the number of bits set bit equal to 1 is odd, you will always find XOR equal to 1. And again, if you find number of set bits equal to 1 as even, suppose here we have 1 also, then if you take XOR of all the elements, then it would come out to be 0. So this is the main logic that I want you to understand. Okay, so why this is working? If count is going to be odd, then if we take XOR of all the elements, then at that position bit is coming out to be 1. So what this 1 is going to denote here? So this 1 is going to denote that our array gets modified. So although also we know that XOR property, the XOR holds very unexpected properties also. So if this bit is count is coming out to be odd, then the bit at that position, if we take XOR of all the elements, then bit at that position would come out to be 1. That is going to denote that our array gets modified. So how we can restore all the elements? How we are going to do that? So to make count as even, I am going to place 1 here. So if we place 1 here, our count is going to convert from odd to even. That's why I am going to place 1 here. And if count is going to come as even, then it is not necessary, and also there is no need to place 1 here. So that's why I am going to place 0, because count is already even. So if count is coming out to be even, the set bit comes out to be 0. If we take XOR of all the elements, then at that position the set bits comes out to be 0. It is going to denote our array remains same. So this is the main logic behind this question. If the number of count of set bits at position I starting from the right for all the elements is coming out to be odd, I am going to place 1 at that position. And again, if count is coming out to be even, I am going to place 0 at that position. Finally, the binary string that I am going to receive, I am going to convert it in the decimal and get the answer. Okay, so let's move on to the code. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to first take out all the elements from the input. I'm going to get the minimum key and calling the solve function. So what is this solve function doing here? Okay, so initially our answer is 0. So I'm going to start my mask starting from 0, and I'm going to iterate till 30. So why I'm going to iterate till 30? There is also another question. Note that our value goes up to 1 power e power 9. So 2 power 30 is going to manage to cover up this range. Okay. So I'm going to make my variable count of bits equal to 1 as 0 initially, and I am going to do an AND operation and check if there exists a set bit equal to 1 at this position for the element vi, that is for the element for the ith element in the vector. And if there is a set bit equal to 1, I am going to increment my count of bits. Okay, and finally, for if we have been done with all the elements, I am going to check if count of bits is coming out to be odd. I am going to add my answer, that is I am going to increment my answer with that current position value. That is the that current position value would come out to be 2 power mask. That is mask is going to be denote the position starting from the right. Okay, so I am going to increment my answer with 2 power mask. So finally I am going to return my answer. This would be our minimum key. Note that sometimes this will give the incorrect answer. So what I am going to do is this: note that if there is no such k, That is, if we have been found that minimum element is going out to be k, and although it is not satisfying the criteria of this question, that is the array is not going to be restored, I have to print -1 in this case. So I have to check also if this is going to give the correct answer or not. Okay, so what I'm going to do this is, I've got that k value. Now I'm going to make a temporary vector. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to store values of it XOR k, that is the each element of the our original array XOR the value of k that I have obtained from my solve function. I'm going to store it in the temp vector, that is temporary vector. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to sort all the elements of temporary vector and the original array and check out if the number of elements and the elements are coinciding or not. If both elements are going to be same, I'm going to print the value of k. Otherwise, if at any time if the temp element at the ith position of temporary vector is not coinciding with the original array, that I am going to break my this for loop, and I am going to jump to the statement h. Before jumping to the statement h, I am going to print -1 here in this case, denoting that there doesn't exist the minimum value k that is going to satisfy this criteria. Okay, so this is basically the simple question of basics of bit manipulation. So if you have any doubts, do mention in the comment section of the video, and I will ask the viewers to like this video, share this video, and do subscribe to my YouTube channel for latest updates. Thank you for watching this video.